Hey everyone, we're going to verify trig identities, and it looks like this is already written in terms of sine. So what we're going to do is work on the right hand side and make it look, match it up to the left hand side. So I'm going to go ahead, since you can see this here, I'm going to go ahead and take this piece. And I'm going to go ahead and expand it. This is a perfect square trinomial right here, where my A is, I'm just going to put secant, and my B is tan. I'll do the thetas later. All right, so I'm going to expand this, and it's going to be, according to my formula, this is going to be secant squared of theta minus 2 secant tan theta plus tan squared theta. And we'll just keep our eye on what we need. Always keep your eye on that. Now, let's write everything in terms of sine and cosine. So secant, if you look for secant here, that's 1 divided by cosine. Since it has a square, it's going to be 1 divided by cosine squared. All right, and then we have 2 in the numerator. And this is going to be 1 over cosine, just cosine. And then tangent is sine divided by cosine. All right, and then we have another tangent, but it's squared. Sine squared divided by cosine squared of theta. Now looking at this, I'm going to group this together because our common denominator is cosine squared. Because you multiply these two, you get cosine squared. So each term has cosine squared. So we're left with 1 minus 2 sine plus sine squared theta. So we're back to this formula here. It looks like this side, and we're going to make it look like that side. Also, we notice that we don't have a cosine here. So I'm going to rewrite this cosine squared, according to my Pythagorean identities, as cosine squared equals 1 minus sine squared. All right, so that's going to give me, I'm going to condense this, 1 minus sine theta squared. I just condensed it back. All right, and this is going to be 1 minus sine squared. All right, now I'm going to duplicate this page. You're not going to notice it, but when I do, this information will still be here, but I'm going to erase. So let's do that. Okay, I duplicated it, so didn't go. So it's going to be 1 minus sine theta squared divided by 1 minus sine squared theta. This is your difference of squares for the denominator. So I can write that as 1 minus sine times 1 plus sine of theta. This 2 means I can expand this and just write this twice. 1 minus sine theta times 1 minus sine of theta. All right, so these cancel, and we have our desired result. We have 1 minus sine of theta divided by 1 plus sine of theta. Of course, if your teacher makes you, you should write this down twice, I guess. So this would be like your final line on your answer. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.